Boxing is still something to invest in, and at the end of the day, we have a unified champion. Can't take nothing away from Triple G. He was poised, he was patient. But I think that if Andre Ward or any other person under or next weight up is watching, even with the victory, they got to be saying to themselves, they see something. And I think that's what people do when they watch other fights that possibly can be made in divisions that's up or down. You give a guy a report card on who he fight and how good your talent is against the guy who just fought, and that is David Lemieux.
What do you think is next for David?
Well, whatever's next for David Lemieux, it will be something respectful, and it will be something to keep him on a level that he deserves to stay, not out of sympathy, but just out of willing to put all on the line to prove that he's the best in the division, the same way I did with Sergey Kovalev. Hey, listen, I like to win all the time, not sometimes, not maybe time, not part-time. And so this is not a day for me to say, hey, you know, we had a great day because that guy, you know, went 8 rounds or 10 rounds or 9 rounds. But things will move on. And boxing always move on. It's very, very short, not long memories in boxing. You know, only sometimes on special things where you always can go back to that to reflect on now. But we have November coming. Another, what you can call a gathering of the middleweight division. And it's coming to a climax. We all know what that is. And so when you put your hat in the race to see what comes out, sometimes you get burnt, sometimes you don't. We still have one more fight left in this year that's going to have boxing going into 2016 with the promoters, the writers, the critics, the fans really making the matches themselves by talking about who they would like to see fight next. We hear them. I don't know about everybody else. Well, I do know about everybody else. Triple G's people, Rock Nation's people, which is Kodo. So we have a few minds of the like. Good way to say it, right? Think the same. So, in that note, I was a part of history tonight rather. 14 plus years later, who can ever write the script for me personally? I played a 5% small percentage in this fight from historic reasons. But I recognize that this is something I can say that it's in good hands, the middleweight division, and it's going to take a hell of a fighter and some to be the guy like Triple G.
Bernard, how would you rate Triple G's skill level? Because a lot of guys say he's got pop, but today I think he showed.
Well, I spoke about that early. There are fruit fighters, not a lot, that probably licking their chops right now because they look at Lemieux as being a rugged gunslinger. And when you're a gunslinger and you have shootouts, more than none you can be gotten too, right? But when you're a gunslinger and you're facing a sniper, you know where the sniper sits? He sits up, far away. And he poke your eyes out so you can't see no more with that jab. And then the right hand come, that's the bullet you didn't see. That's the sniper. Gunslinger shoots. He wants all his bullets to be in you. That's one philosophy, but it's the same if you look at my philosophy in the ring. And so you have those things of the sweet science. And it takes discipline, in spite of all talent, to carry that through 30 plus minutes and walk through that fire and understanding that you could be gotten to. Very few people in life want to take that chance in life or in the ring.
What do you think about David's courage?
Because we in New York, he got all 5 boroughs beat.
That's a victory in itself, you know, to stand in front of a guy getting hit like that and not giving up. That's a big victory for Lee David. He can come back.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Because we don't know personally a person's inner being to be able to do things even though we say they can. I believe he can, but I think we should wait and see.
You should be disappointed if you thought he was going to perform. So he didn't perform better because it's because of Triple G or because David didn't do something that... Why aren't you disappointed if you thought he was going to do better?
Because Triple G done something today that people didn't see, and that was a jab. He uses jab like a shotgun, or as you see construction going in your city, it's called a jackhammer. You ever see a guy outside like that? Now, you know what he's doing. He's sticking the drill in the earth, and it's called a jackhammer. They shaking. You seen the guys do that, right? That's how that jab was going. So when a guy do something that we haven't seen him do, because everybody he fought with was scared to death and got hit with that right hand, and we never seen that. I don't know if you've seen it before. I haven't seen Triple G throw all them jabs. You know what I mean? They had a copy box. He damn near broke a record in jabs. And when you Lemieux and you got a style where you fight like this, like old Rocky Marciano in the 50s, you can't fight like that in 2015. You ain't coming in no crouch with a guy that's taller than you and you got a jab. He can't get past that shotgun jab. That jab was knocking his hair down. And for me, personally, I didn't like the hairdo. I would have cut the hair bald. Because every time, look at the psychological thing. This is sweet science, dog. I lived it. No, let me finish. You ain't stealing my... You ain't taking that. Let me tell you how psychic I am when it comes to sweet science of boxing. See, nowhere in the world I go in the ring with a lot of hair. Not that it had to do with the win or loss, but I'm just saying on the cosmetic. I know how to spell it too. When you get hit and your hair wet, you got your hair going around. Look good if you're taking pictures. But when they see that fly, their hair wearing, and it could be a punch that glance you, but to the judges, it look like you got your wig knocked back, right? See, I done came in like this. You understand what I'm saying? See, those small, subtle things, like when you go on your first date, and you watch her because you got some wisdom, and she keeping her napkin on the table and never took and put it on her lap, and y'all done ate hors d'oeuvres, main course, and now she eating a dessert, and she never took her handkerchief as a lady do and put it there. So that tells you about etiquette. You want me to spell that too? See, details, baby. I watch the details. It's like buying a house. You look at the details of the crown up on the roof.